Good morning. There's nobody here to listen to my story except for me. And are you there, Ashlyn? Hello, darling. Not even the little piggies or the teddies are here today. One little piggy went to market and the other one went home. Little Ali went home, didn't she, darling? Here we are. There's a couple of piggies there. Lovely, lovely piggies drawn by Beatrix Potter. And she's written this book called The Tale of Pigling Bland. Oh, I don't know. Never read this before. Once upon a time, there was an old pig called Aunt Pettytoes. She had 8 of a family, 4 little girl pigs called Crossed Patch, Suck Suck, Yock Yock, and Spot. And 4 little boy pigs called Alexander, Pigling Bland, Chin Chin, and Stumpy. Stumpy had an accident to his tail. The 8 little pigs had very fine appetites. Yes, yes, yes. They eat, and indeed they do eat. And Aunt Pettytoes, looking at her family with pride, suddenly there were fearful squeals. Alexander had squeezed inside the hoops of a pig trough and stuck. Aunt Pettytoes and I dragged him out by his hind legs. Oh dear, it looks like he's recovering now. Chin Chin was already in disgrace. It was washing day, and he had eaten a piece of soap. And presently, in a basket of clean clothes, he found another dirty little pig. We found another dirty little pig in there. Chuck, chuck, chuck. Whatever is this? Grunted Aunt Pettytoes. Now all the pig family are pink, or pink with black spots. But this pig child was smutty black all over. When it had been popped into a tub, it proved to be Yock Yock. I wonder how he got black all over. Maybe he'd been in the fireplace or digging around in the garden. I went into the garden. There I found Crosspatch and Suck Suck rooting up carrots. I whipped them myself and led them out by the ears. Crosspatch tried to bite me. Aunt Pettytoes, Aunt Pettytoes, you are a worthy person, but your family is not well brought up. Look at that picture nicely. Every one of them has been in mischief, except Spot and Pigling Bland. Oh, I had a feeling Pigling Bland was a goodie. Look, there he is. Yes, yes, signed Aunt Petticoat. And they drink buckets full of milk. And they drink buckets full of milk. I shall have to get another cow. Good little Spot shall stay at home to do the housework, but the others must go. 4 little boy pigs and 4 little girl pigs are too many altogether. Yes, 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 said Aunt Pettytoes. There will be more to eat without them. Oh, fancy that. Well, I suppose there does come a time, doesn't there, when little pigs grow up and little pigs go on their way. Oh, look, there's one with black spots. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many can you see? 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 little boys, 4 little girls. So Chin Chin and Suck Suck went away in a wheelbarrow, and Stumpy, Yock Yock, and Crosspatch rode away in a cart. And the other little pig boys, Pigling Bland and Alexander, went to market. We brushed their coats, we curled their tails, and washed their little faces, and wished them goodbye in the yard. Aunt Pettytoes wiped her eyes with a large pocket handkerchief. Then she wiped Pigling Bland's nose and shed tears. Then she wiped Alexander's nose and shed tears. Then she passed the handkerchief to Spot. Aunt Pettitoes sighed and grunted and addressed those little pigs as followed. Now, Pigling Bland, son, Pigling Bland, you must go to market. Take your brother, Alexander, by the hand. Mind your Sunday clothes, and remember to blow your nose. Oh, look, he has got a nose, hasn't he? Hey, there's the collie dog there too. And look, it's Jemima and her cousins. They're all there. Oh, look, 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 look. Oh, dear. They're a little bit sad, aren't they? They're getting the sniffles and the snuffles and having to blow their nose. So Aunt Pettitoes passed around the handkerchief again. Beware of traps. Hen roosts, bacon and eggs. Always walk upon your hind legs. Pigling Bland, who was a sedate little pig, looked solemnly at his mother. A tear trickled down his cheek. Aunt Pettitoes turned to the other. Now, son, Alexander, take the hand. Wee, 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 giggled Alexander. Take the hand of your brother Pigling Bland. You must go to market. Mind. Wee, 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 interrupted Alexander again. You put me out, said Aunt Pettitoes. Whatever did she mean? Observe signposts and milestones. Do not gobble herring bones. And remember, said I impressively, if you once cross the county border, you cannot come back. Alexander, you're not attending. Here are two licenses permitting 2 pigs to go to market in Lancashire. Attend, Alexander. I have no end of trouble in getting those papers from the policeman. Pigling Bland listened gravely. Alexander was hopelessly volatile. I pinned the papers for safety inside their waistcoat pockets. Oh, that was a good idea, wasn't it? There they were, all dressed up to go, and on their hind legs. Aunt Pettitoes gave to each a little bundle and 8 conversation peppermints with appropriate moral sentiments in screws of paper. And they started. Pigling Bland and Alexander trotted along silently for a while. Well, for a mile. At least Pigling Bland did. Alexander made the road half as long again by skipping from side to side. He danced about and pinched his brother, singing, la 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 la. This pig went to market, this pig stayed at home, this pig had a bit of meat, and this la 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 la. Well, let's see what they have given us for dinner, Pigling. Pigling Bland and Alexander sat down and untied their bundles. Alexander gobbled up his dinner in no time and had already eaten all of his own peppermints. Oh, give me one of yours, Pigling. Please, Pigling. But I wish to preserve them for emergency, said Pigling Bland doubtfully. Alexander went into squeals of laughter. Ah! Then he pricked Pigling with a pin that had fastened to his pig paper, and when Pigling slapped him, he dropped the pin and tried to take Pigling's pin, and the papers got mixed up. Pigling Bland reproved Alexander. But presently they made it up again and trotted away together, singing, Tom, Tom, the piper's son, stole a pig and away he run. But all the tune that he could play was over the hills and far away. How does that one go again? Over the hills and far away, Mother Duck called with a quack, 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 and only 5 little ducks came back. Yes, I'll have to remember that one. I haven't sung that for a while. What's that Young sirs stole a pig. Where are your licenses? Said the policeman. They had nearly run against him round the corner. Pigling Bland pulled out his paper. Alexander, after fumbling, handed over something scrumply. To 2.5 ounces, conversation sweeties at 3 farthings. What's this? This ain't a licence. Alexander's nose lengthened visibly. He'd lost it. I had one, indeed I had, Mr. Policeman. It's not likely they let you start without. I'm passing the farm. You may walk with me. Can I come back too? Inquired Pigling Bland. I see no reason, young sir. Your paper is all right. Pigling Bland did not like going alone, and it was beginning to rain, but it is unwise to argue with the police. He gave his brother a peppermint and watched him out of sight. Oh, Alexander. To conclude the adventures of Alexander, the policeman sauntered up to the house about tea time, followed by a damp, subdued little pig. I disposed of Alexander in the neighbourhood. He did fairly well when he'd settled down. Who's I? It's not the mother. Pigling Bland went on alone, dejectedly. He came to a crossroads. And a signpost. To Market Town, 5 miles. Over the hills, 4 miles. To Petticoat's farm, 3 miles. Pigling Bland was shocked. There was little hope of sleeping in the market town, and tomorrow was a hiring day. It was deplorable to think how much time had been wasted by the frivolity of Alexander. He glanced wistfully along the road towards the hills, and then set off, walking obediently the other way. He buttoned up his coat against the rain. He had never wanted to go, and the idea of standing all by himself in a crowded market, to be stared at, pushed, and hired by some big, strange farmer was very disagreeable. I wish I could have a little garden and grow potatoes, said Pigling Bland. Oh, that's what Ally wants too. I'd grow sweet potatoes and pumpkins too, and passion fruit and dragon fruit. He put his cold hand in his pocket and felt his paper. He put his other hand in his pocket and felt another paper. Alexander's. Pigling squealed again, then ran back frantically, hoping to overtake Alexander and the policeman. Oh, so he's got his papers and Alexander's papers, and all Alexander had was the papers from the sweets that the peppermints had been wrapped in. He took a wrong turn, several wrong turns, and was quite lost. It grew dark, and the wind whistled, and the trees creaked and groaned. Pigling Bland became frightened and cried, "Wee, wee, wee! I can't find my way home." After an hour's wandering, he got out of the wood. The moon shone through the clouds, and Pigling Bland saw a country that was new to him. The road crossed a moor. Below was a wide valley with a river twinkling in the moonlight, and beyond, in misty distance, lay the hills. I think I might leave it there. Shall I leave it there and we'll come back and have part 2? Huh? I don't know why. I just feel that we might just leave it there.